My boyfriend's family called me a gold digger, but they didn't realize I can buy the entire house they were sitting in. I was sitting at a dinner table worth $50,000 being called a gold digger by people who didn't realize I could buy the entire house they were sitting in. My boyfriend's parents think wealth has a uniform. Gucci slides, LV monogrammed bags, and a personality that revolves around price tags. I show up in $20 Target basics and beat-up sneakers because, honestly, I don't need my clothes to talk for me. For 2 years, I swallowed their insults. They'd whisper to guests while I was right there saying things like, "She's lucky Julian has such a big heart to take in a charity case." Julian, my boyfriend, never defended me. He'd just sip his wine and say, "Mom's just protective, babe." I loved him, so I let it slide. We never talked about my finances. He knew I worked in tech, but in his head that meant I was a low-level coder. He didn't know I founded the firm. He didn't know I was the CEO. Then came the monthly family dinner. The air felt heavy. Julian's mom looked at my plain canvas tote bag and scoffed. "You know, Julian's consulting job is demanding. He pulls in $34,000 a month and a great family status and inheritance to maintain this lifestyle. It's a shame he has to spend it on someone who clearly doesn't belong in this tax bracket." Julian didn't look up. He actually smiled, a small, smug smirk. That smirk broke something inside me. They thought I was clinging to Julian's status. They didn't know that my monthly take-home from the firm was $50,000. They didn't know about the $3.4 million trust fund my grandmother had just released to me. To them, I was a parasite. "Enough," Julian's father slammed his hand on the table. "We're done playing nice, you're a gold digger. You're here for the inheritance and the name. How much will it take for you to leave our son alone?" I felt a coldness wash over me, no more hiding. I pulled out my phone, unlocked my primary business account, and slid it across the mahogany table. "Take a look," I said, my voice dead calm. The silence that followed was deafening. Julian's mother grabbed the phone, her face turning a ghostly shade of white as she saw the seven-figure balance and the monthly deposits that dwarfed her son's salary. I looked Julian straight in the eyes. The smirk was gone. He looked terrified. "You think I'm here for his money?" I laughed, and it felt like justice. "Julian makes 34 grand, I make 50. I don't need to dig for gold in a hole that's shallower than my own pocket. So tell me, does your son even have enough money for me to bother digging?" I didn't wait for an answer. I stood up, grabbed my cheap bag, and walked out. They started stammering, apologizing, chasing me to the door. Suddenly I wasn't a charity case, I was an investment. I moved out the next morning while Julian was at work. I blocked them all. He tried showing up at my new penthouse. I had security escort him out. He came to my office, and the look on his face when he realized I owned the entire building, priceless. He keeps texting me that he didn't know. And that's the problem. He only valued me when he realized I was richer than him. They wanted a woman who has status at their level, but they realized I am at a much higher level than them.